Hello adventurers, this is Miss Megan from Warrensburg Adventure Club and welcome back to another how to crochet video. So last time we talked about how to make a single crochet stitch, and this time we're going to talk about how to make a double crochet stitch. So as well as showing you how to double crochet, I'm going to show you how to change colors, how to use your double and single crochets together in the same pattern, and I'm also going to show you how to tuck in these ends so we can finish off our projects. So of course you will need your crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and maybe a second color of yarn if you're ready to learn how to switch colors. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to double crochet. You will begin the same way you did with the single stitches. You need to first create a 10 stitch chain. When we were working with single crochets, we chained one at the end of our rows to turn around. When you're working with double crochets, you need to chain 2 before you turn around. In a single crochet, you insert the hook before you yarn over. In double crochet, you have to yarn over before you insert your hook. Instead of inserting it into the second chain from your hook, insert it into the third chain from your hook. After you've inserted your hook, yarn over again and pull this yarn through the top loop on your hook. You should have 3 loops left on your hook, as opposed to the 2 you have on your hook when you're single crocheting. Yarn over and pull this through the top 2 loops on your hook, leaving 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over one last time and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. That's how you create a double crochet stitch. I'll break it down one more time for you. Yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through 1. That leaves us with 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through 2. There should be 2 loops left. Yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. Finish the rest of your double crochet stitches. Double crochet stitches require a few extra steps compared to our single crochet stitch, but the stitches are taller and looser, making your piece stretchier and work up a lot faster. When you get to the end of your row, count your stitches, and chain 2 before turning around. Remember, chain 2 at the end of every row when double crocheting. Chain 1 at the end of every row when single crocheting. Just as it was with single crochet, inserting your hook in both sides of the V will give you flatter results, like this. If you insert your hook into the far side of the V, you will create a ridged effect, like this. Now I'm going to show you how to switch colors while you're crocheting. At the end of a row, don't do any of your chain stitches. Instead of pulling your yarn over, place the other color across your hook, with the tail facing away from you, and pull this through. Pull the first color of yarn tight and chain with the new color instead. Now you've changed colors. Here I'm going to start a row of single crochet, so I'm only chaining 1. But if you were to continue with your double crochet stitch, you would chain 2. Now I'm going to single crochet a row with this orange yarn. At the end of this row, I'm going to switch back to the blue yarn and do a row of double crochet. I'll show you again. Don't chain at the end of your row. Instead, yarn over with your new color, pull it through, then chain. Now I'm doing the next row of double crochet. This is what this pattern would look like if I continued it. You can see how simply changing colors and stitch sizes can really transform a piece. Now I'm going to show you how to tuck in your ends. You will soon understand why you want to leave long tails while you work. I'm using this yarn needle to help me tuck in my ends. It's a lot thicker than a normal needle and quite dull. They also make them in plastic as well. You can also use your crochet hook to help guide your ends. After I thread my yarn needle with my end, I'm going to insert it into the stitches I made with the same color. The bottoms of the stitches are also sort of V-shaped. When you pull your ends in, I would suggest going at least 5 or 6 stitches deep, further if you can. Once you've threaded your end through one way, turn it around and thread it back through the other way. Make sure to skip the first part of the stitch you just exited, or you'll end up pulling your end out all over again. When you tuck in your ends this way, going in two different directions, it makes it very hard for them to sneak their way out later on. Now you can completely finish your projects by tucking in the ends and keeping things tidy. Alright adventurers, thank you so much for joining me for another crochet lesson. So now that you know 3 basic stitches, the chain stitch, the single stitch, and the double stitch, you could do all sorts of different patterns for rugs, scarves, and blankets. So until next time, this has been Miss Megan with Warrensburg Adventure Club. Have a great day.